Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Today is October 9, 2020. My name is Leon Weinstein and I am broadcasting from the city of Los Angeles, great state of California. A group of researchers put together a comprehensive timeline about spread of the coronavirus and reaction to the pandemic of the world leaders, including American. And it struck us how different from the narrative in the media it is. We analyzed events starting from appearance of the first cases in China at about the first week of November 2019. You will have an opportunity to check all the details by yourself in the attached table. But right now, I want, together with you, to go through the most important milestones. Let us start in mid-January of 2020, when the world noticed appearance of this new virus in China. The WHO on January 14 issued a report that there is no human-to-human transmission. Therefore, this virus is not very dangerous. On January 21, the first case of COVID-19 was detected in the US, and immediately following that, WHO on January 22 changed its reporting to there is an evidence of human-to-human transmission. However, they didn't issue a warning of public health emergency or pandemic, and no one in the world was really alarmed. On January 25, China isolated two of its largest cities, Beijing and Shanghai, from the rest of the country, but told the world that there is no need to stop international flights. On January 29, President Trump organizes the White House Coronavirus Task Force to monitor and fight with the new virus. January 30, WHO declares that COVID-19 is public health emergency, still not pandemic. January 31, Trump meets with the task force, learns about new declaration of WHO, and immediately bans travel from and to China. February 1. Joe Biden calls Trump's travel ban hysterical xenophobia. February 3. Despite China travel restrictions and its own announcement, WHO condemns Trump's travel restrictions. Cases mount. Americans become aware of the growing problem. Still there, 3 weeks later, February 25, Nancy Pelosi slams Trump China travel ban and tours San Francisco Chinatown to set people at ease, showing how small this problem really is. Please note that both leaders of the Democratic Party, Pelosi and Biden, were actively fighting president's measures aimed at stopping coronavirus from spreading in the US. They knew about WHO China cases in the US, but they were telling us that Trump is xenophobic and acts too fast, without advice of the professionals. He acts too fast, they were saying. Please remember those words, too fast. At that point, the Democratic Party narrative was Trump doesn't listen to the professionals and acts like a tyrant. End of February. On February 29, Dr. Fauci says that under the circumstances pertaining to this date, Americans do not need to change their behavioral patterns. Dr. Fauci is a member of the task force and represents science. March 1. Andrew Cuomo, governor of New York, announces New York's first confirmed coronavirus patient. He assures New Yorkers that the general risk in the state remains low, and European scenario in his state is impossible. March 11. WHO declares COVID-19 a pandemic. March 12. Trump immediately closes southern and northern borders, turns away asylum seekers on the US-Mexican border, and restricts travel to Europe. March 16. Imperial College of London model spread of COVID patients and predicts 510,000 deaths in the Great Britain and 2.2 million deaths in the US if no stronger measures are taken. March 18. Democrats introduced the No Ban Act in Congress to prevent terrible Trump from implementing his xenophobic travel ban. Even after WHO declared COVID-19 a pandemic, after the Imperial College's model showed that 2.2 million US citizens can die from coronavirus, Democrats attempted to force Trump to allow flights to Europe and maybe even to China and allow thousands of asylum seekers from Central America enter the country. Sounds unbelievable, but check the dates, please, yourself. On March 20, after 7 weeks of slamming Trump for acting too fast with coronavirus, Biden changed his mind and said that he supports the ban. March 25, panicked New York Governor Andrew Cuomo issued nursing home policy for COVID patients, under which 6,300 patients discharged from hospitals, many still sick with COVID-19, were sent to nursing homes in order to empty beds that might be needed for new COVID patients. The directive resulted in 37,000 infected home staffers and, as of today, about 10,000 dead senior citizens. April 26. DNC, Biden, Pelosi, Schumer, Kamala Harris, with the support of the media, starting a new narrative that Trump reacted too slow to the pandemic and is responsible for all COVID deaths in America. This is what they are telling you, but what you think after listening to the facts. Do you think that Trump was too fast or too slow when on January 31st he restricted travel to and from China? Or was he late or xenophobic when he closed southern border and issued a ban on travel to and from Europe? At the same time, Democrats were attempting to open borders and resume international flights, and Nancy Pelosi was slamming Trump's China travel ban, telling us that this is his war on China, and she toured San Francisco Chinatown to set people at ease, showing how small this problem really is. Tell me honestly, who was doing everything possible and on time, and who was trying not to let Trump to save American lives? I do not know how accurate the Imperial College numbers were. At the time I thought they were exaggerated, but Trump could not just say, okay, maybe yes, maybe not, I will wait and see. When a leading scientific organization in the world actually tells you that 2.2 million of your citizens will die, you act, and act fast. There are 200,000 dead in America. Some of them because of terrible mistakes by Cuomo and other governors, all of them Democrats, as a matter of fact. It is 200,000 more than we would want to. However, if Brits were right, then Trump saved 2 billion people here in the United States. And if Democrats would be in charge and react the way they reacted, I am afraid we would have 4 million people lost. Now look at the chart and at the table and honestly say to yourself, would you do anything different or faster than Trump did? The president saved American lives and he is getting slaughtered for that. Thank you for listening.